Autumn. The last phases of summer are disappearing today, a Thursday halfway through October. This is the day when I, Tona Shiki, return home. It's been 8 years since I left. Shiki, hurry up. You're going to be late for school. I hear Keiko-san's voice floating in from the kitchen. Okay, I'm leaving. I call back. I place my hands together in the room that was mine at the Arima's up until now. I'm going. Thanks for letting me live with you these last 8 years. Clap, clap. I fold my hands together in prayer. Then, grabbing my only bag, I leave the room that had become so familiar. I walk through the entrance to the Arima's house, then turn to face it. Shiki. Keiko-san, who had come to the door to see me off, calls my name somberly. See you later. Take care, Mom. What a strange thing to say. I won't be coming back. Never again will I pass through this door as a member of the Arima family. Thanks for looking after me. Please give my regards to Father, too. Keiko-san simply nods. 8 years. The eyes of the person who'd been my mother look so sad. I don't think I've ever seen her like that before. I'm sure it'll be hard for you at the Tono's household. Please watch yourself. Your body is weak. You mustn't overdo it. I'll be okay. After 8 years, I'm just as healthy as anyone else. I'm a lot tougher than I look. I suppose you're right, but the Tonos are different from everyone else. I'm worried they'll be too much for you. I know what Keiko-san means. My home from today forth will be a mansion. An uncommon sight in this day and age. Not only is the house amazing, but the family itself is highly respected. So they hold significant investments in many corporations. To top things off, it's my true home. The Arimas have only been looking after me, but it's already decided. Yeah, it's something that's decided already. Alright, I'll be heading off then. Thanks for taking care of me. I repeat those words one last time and turn my back on the household I had grown so accustomed to over those past 8 years. I leave the Arimas and start walking to school with a heavy heart. 8 years ago, I recovered from a serious injury that normally would have meant death. Then I was entrusted to the Arimas, a family branching off from the Tono family. I had lived with my real parents at the Tono mansion up until I was 9. Then I lived with the Arimas for 8 years until now, my second year of high school. I lived a normal life as an adopted son. From the time I met From the time I met Sensei, those special circumstances Sensei told me about as she'd part had never happened, and the glasses hid the lines from me as long as I wore them. The life of Tonoshiki was a peaceful one. It meandered along gently, until a few days ago, the day when the head of the Tono family sent word to me. Return to the Tono mansion, the very family that until now had shunned me. Sigh. I sigh again. To be perfectly honest, even before the incident I had never got along with the Tono household. Maybe as a kid I never liked the formality demanded by the family. Perhaps that's why I said nothing when the old man told me I was going to live with the Arimas. I think it turned out well. I got along well with my adopted parents, Keiko and Fumio-san. It was as if they were my real parents. I lived a normal life in the loving family of the Arimas, like a real son, just like I had always wished. I don't regret living there, except for one thing. My little sister, 1 year younger than me, remained behind with the Tonas. Akiha, I bet she hates me now. It would only be natural. She had to live in that mansion all by herself under the constant supervision of that hard-headed old man. Could easily imagine what Akiha thought of me, the one who escaped. I let out another sigh. I can't help it. What's going to happen will happen. Today after school I return to my true home. Lord knows what will occur. But for now, I've got more pressing problems. My watch shows 7:45. Homeroom starts at 8 o'clock sharp, and anyone who isn't in class by 8 is marked as late. Clutching my bag, I start sprinting towards school. Huff, huff, huff. I manage to make it to school in less than 10 minutes. I enter from the back gate, accomplishing a feat that would bring the track scouts running if they knew. Come to think of it, today is also the last day I'll come into the back gate. The Arima and Tono households are on the opposite side of the school, with the Arimas being behind while the Tonos is in front. Obviously, I'll be coming through the front gate in the future. And I quite like the lonely atmosphere back here, too. For some reason, the back gate at our school isn't really popular. Only 10 or so, myself included, actually use it. It's quiet and pretty devoid of people day or night. Clang, clink, clink, clang. Like I said, pretty quiet. The sound of a hammer mixed with distant birds singing reaches my ears. Hammering, huh? Clang, clink, clong. A half-rhythmical ringing comes from one corner of the courtyard. What is that? Homeroom begins in less than 10 minutes. I don't have time to stop and find out, but I am pretty curious. Right now, there's only a few minutes until homeroom. I have to head there right away. I arrive in class earlier than usual. Yeah. I walk to my desk next to the window. Good morning, Tono-kun. An unfamiliar voice greets me. I turn around confused. Tono-kun, the teacher was looking for you. He said he wanted to talk to you about your house. My home. Must be about me moving. I should have finished the formalities yesterday. Perhaps there's something I forgot to do. The girl doesn't move, but stands there looking at me. Good morning, Yumizuka. Yeah, good morning, Tono-kun. Looks like you remember my name. Sighing with relief, Yumizuka Satsuki gives a faint smile. I can remember the name of my own classmates, you know? Just that I haven't spoken to you very much. Yeah, I was a little nervous about talking to you. Yumizuka smiles again. Seems happy about something. Yumizuka continues to stare at me as if she wants to say something else. To be honest, I don't know her that well. Although we're in the same class, I can count the amount of times we've spoken, but Yumizuka Satsuki is the center of attention. She's often the topic of conversation among the boys, and there aren't any bad rumors about her among the girls. In short, she's your typical class idol. Naturally, she's always surrounded by a crowd. She's the complete opposite of a loner like me. While I might be able to remember the name Yumizuka Satsuki, there's no reason for her to remember the name Tono Shiki. It seems like some coincidences are at work today. Tono-kun, can I ask you a question? If I answer, you can ask as many as you want. If I can't answer, I'm sorry if it's something personal, but you said you're moving. Are you going to move somewhere far away? Her voice trails off as if it's hard for her to ask. She clasps her hands together to stop fidgeting. I know it's sudden, but will you be transferring somewhere? No. I'm changing my residence, but not my school. My new house is still in this town anyway, so it's no big deal. Oh, that's good. Yumizuka sighs with relief. How odd. Why would something like me moving cause that kind of reaction? But, are you going to leave the Arimas? Yeah, I enjoyed living with them, but I can't leech off them forever. Huh? How does Yumizuka know that? No one at this school should know I was living with the Arimas except for a certain guy. What's up, Tono? A carefree, loud voice rings out from the classroom doorway. As if on cue, the guy who's been my friend since middle school appears. Hey, if it isn't Yumizuka. It's not often I see you talking to Tono. Morning, Inui-kun. Yumizuka looks away with an unenthusiastic reply. I guess she isn't the type who'd respond well to a guy like him. Tono's picking up chicks? What the hell's going on? I thought you weren't interested in him. Arihiko exclaims his joke loudly. You moron, stop spreading lies. I'm a normal guy. Of course I'm interested in girls. Is that right? Good for you, man. Still, these days girls find it more amusing if you have a weird sex drive instead. Well, they only find it amusing, and it won't go any farther. His bottomless, cheerful laughter echoes throughout the morning classroom. I let out another sigh. I once again wonder, like I have many times before, how I ended up knowing this person. His hair dyed orange, ears pierced, his vicious glare that shouts he will pick a fight with anyone, anytime, and his wearing of rebellious clothes. Inui Arihiko is the only free-spirited outlaw in our university-oriented high school. Do you have to be so loud this early in the morning? I'm depressed about all sorts of stuff, so stay away from me, okay? I waved my hands to shoo him away. Depressed? What's wrong, man? Isn't it that time of the month? Wait, I take that back. Rather than just for today, stay away from me for the rest of my life. My depression will only get worse with you around. Ignoring Arihiko, I head back to my own desk. Dragging my bag and taking a seat, I stretch my back. Hey, you can't just ignore people like that, Tona. You're gonna hurt people with that careless attitude of yours. That's news to me. Isn't there some way I can kill them instead? If you can tell me how, I'll repay you by trying it out on you. It's cold, man. Are you just a little nastier than usual this morning? Didn't I tell you I'm depressed? Other people aside, I'm certainly not showing any kindness to you. Arika sighs. Why are you only mean to me, Tona? You're like a saint to everyone else. It's not fair. What, you just figured that out? The world's unfair. You really are only mean to me. Arihiko gives another exaggerated sigh. I didn't try particularly hard to be cold, Arihiko. That's just the kind of relationship we have. So, Arihiko, what's a chronically late night owl who never shows up until second period doing here in homeroom? It's a little... No, it's very odd. I was thinking that too. I guess being at school on time just for when... I guess being at school on time isn't just for when I happen to wake up early. Well, I won't comment on your hobbies. What I'm asking is why you woke up early. Why I woke up early? I guess because I can't stay out all that late since all that fuss started, so I actually go to sleep at night now. You've heard the stories about that serial killer, haven't you? I see. Come to think of it, I did hear something like that. I feel a tinge of regret needing Arihiko to remind me. For the past 2 or 3 days, I had been debating whether or not to return to the Tono household, so I completely lost touch with the news. What was that again? They've given some really nasty name, like the freakish serial killings or something. There's something more to it. So far, all the victims have been young girls. The 8th victim was only 2 days ago. And to top it all off, they're all... Wait, what happened to them again? Arihiko tilts his head in contemplation. I'm an idiot for asking him. Yeah, I remember now. All the victims were cut up into pieces and arranged into a pattern or something. No, Nukin. Everyone was killed lost a lot of blood. Oh yeah, that was it. This is some kind of modern-day vampire or something. You sure know a lot about this, Yumizuka-san? Not really. It's happening in this town, so it's in the news. You remember it even if you didn't want to. I see. I thought it was happening in a neighboring town, but I guess it moved down here. Well, anyways, that's what happened. Even I wouldn't be going on the streets at night with a killer walking around. That's why I've been waking up at night at 7 lately. Wait, that's it? Having good reasons to make a good story. Where's the fun in that? Man, you're cold. What, did you collapse from anemia already this morning? I'm alright, thanks for asking. If I was anemic 24 hours a day, I'd be dead by now. Yeah, you're right. If you say you're okay, then I guess you're okay. And the bell rings, interrupting our conversation. Hey, class is about to begin. Hurry up and get back to your seat. With a yeah, Arihiko gets back into his seat. See you later, Tona-kun. Yeah. Sorry for keeping you, Yumizuka-san. Her light footsteps tap across the floor as she returns to her desk. Second period is over. Our homeroom teacher is also our math teacher calls out to me as he leaves. Tona, your documents are missing some details. Please go visit the office. It shouldn't take long, so I'll head to the office before the period starts. The office is on the first floor. The second year classroom is on the third floor, but I can make it back before the third year period starts if I run. I run. And run. And run. The impact floors me with a thud. My head hits something and the world swims before my eyes. Ow. I hear a voice nearby. It's a woman's voice I've never heard before. It looks like I've run into someone. I'm sorry, are you alright? I still can't see my surroundings too well, but I apologize to the person I hit. Yes, I'm alright. How about you? Are you okay? There's no trace of accusation in that gentle voice. I don't know who it is, but it seems like she's worried about me. Yeah, I'm also okay. I shake my head and stand up. Finally, I can see clearly. Are you really alright? Your forehead is swelling up. I feel a prickle of pain when I try to touch it with my head. It's like she said, I'm developing a magnificent lump. I am so sorry. I was not paying attention to where I was going. Your forehead must really hurt, right? The female student gazes apologetically at at my face. From the formal way she spoke, I assumed she was a first year, but from the color of her ribbon, I can see that she's a third year. In other words, my senpai. No, it's fine, really. I'm the one at fault. I'm sorry for bumping into you, senpai. I lower my head in a bow. Come to think of it, you're right. You shouldn't be running down the hallways, you know? There's people like me spaced out while looking down the courtyard. Yes, I'll be more careful. Are you alright, senpai? Yes, I only fell. It's because you ran into the wall It's because you ran into the wall while trying to avoid hitting me, Tono-kun. Really? No wonder I'm seeing stars. I'm lucky to get off with just a bump after running into a wall at that speed. Sorry about that, but spacing out in the hallway is also dangerous, senpai. Yes, I'll be more careful. Senpai smiles and nods. It's an honest smile. Excuse me, I'd best be going. Beating the dust off my pants, I begin walking towards the office. But the older student continues to watch me through her glasses. Wait, just who is she? I was distracted because I ran into her, but come to think of it, she's beautiful. If she's this beautiful, male students will be talking about a third-year beauty wearing glasses. Um, I'm going now. You should go back to your classes too, senpai. If you're in any pain, please come to my classroom. I'm Tona from second year, third class. I'll take responsibility. She nods. And though she's older than me, it's like dealing with someone younger. Alright, if anything happens, I'll come to your classroom at lunchtime. Remember, Shiki-kun, you mustn't run in the hallways. Okay, but you shouldn't space out in the hallways either, senpai. With that, I wave my hand and leave. Wait, Shiki-kun? I haven't told her my first name. Come to think of it, she used my first name earlier too. Huh? I met you before, senpai. Senpai cries out in surprise and mischievously puts on a depressed face. You're terrible, Tona-kun. You've forgotten about me? Forgotten? No, I didn't think so. I got myself involved with a beautiful woman like her. There's no way I'd forget. She looks at me reproachfully. Those eyes, I'm sure... Sorry, I'm experiencing chest pain. Those eyes, I'm sure. I remember from somewhere, don't I? Come to think of it, we exchanged greetings once or twice, didn't we? CL-senpai, right? I say her name apprehensively. Yes, and I'm glad you remember. You seem to dice to space out and forget, Tona-kun. I don't think I space out, but there's nothing I can do about the fact that I forget. Well then, goodbye. Let's meet again at lunchtime. CL-senpai waves and bows again. I watch her walk down the hallway. It's lunchtime. Now then, where should I eat lunch? I will eat lunch in class. It's lunchtime, and the classroom starts to liven up. Some guys are dashing off towards the cafeteria, and a group of girls are rearranging desks from a table. Some students are calmly leaving the classroom, box lunches in hand. I watched them while I set down the milk and bread I bought. Yeesh, not much of an appetite as usual, huh, Tono? There's a guy in front of me. Being here is already part of my daily routine, and I'm not about to start complaining now. But man, what's up with us? Two of us eating lunch together? What kind of meal goes unaccompanied by a beautiful blossom? You don't have any blossoms, why don't you go join that group over there? I'm not gonna stop you. Idiot, when I say blossom, I mean a single beautiful blossom. Those girls making up a group aren't good, they're poisonous, rather than being beautiful. Arihiko... Arihiko's comment probably would have earned him some rocks thrown in his direction if the group of girls had heard him. Luckily, the girls in our class didn't hear his poisonous words. That's pretty harsh, Arihiko. I knew you were a bad guy before, but haven't you been getting worse lately? You're surpassing merely bad and getting into deviant. I can't help it, can I? When there's a truly beautiful blossom at our school, my discerning eye grows more critical. So who is this beautiful blossom? That's a secret. I don't want more competition now, do I? Arihiko laughs with an ambitious smile spilling over his face. Just something that I don't have. I'm a little impressed by his ability to express himself so frankly. And then, the person I just met comes in from the classroom door. Ah, with a box lunch in hand, there's no way I can mistake her. Hello, Katona-kun. Mind if I interrupt? It's fine, of course. Smiling as Senpai brings over a chair and sits down naturally. Senpai, are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt at all. Even her smiling reply troubles me. You said to come here at lunchtime, so I thought it'd be rude if I did not. It's true, I did say that, but what I intend to say is that she should come over, and I would take responsibility if she ended up being hurt. Senpai? Arihiko slams the table with a bang as he stands up. Anyway-kun, could it be that you and Tona-kun are acquainted? Yeah, we're more than casual acquaintances. Tona and I have been friends since we were kids, right, Tona? You'd even say we were best friends. Arihiko makes a tight fix for emphasis. There's no room for agreement or disagreement. Oh, really? It is such a coincidence that you two are friends. It is such a coincidence. Sure is. Bastard has such a calm face. I'm wondering, just when did he start getting along with Senpai? Arihiko glares at me while laughing towards Senpai. Absently minded, I wonder if that's what you'd call being well-rounded. In the end, Arihiko forcibly convinces Senpai to stay for lunch. Well, since she brought her lunch, perhaps that's what she had in mind in the first place. Oh, Inui-kun, do you live by yourself? No, I live with my sister. Our parents left us in charge of the house, so we naturally learned how to cook, that's all. Arihiko seems familiar with Senpai. He's able to talk to her more casually than I can. I've only met her a few times. By the way, Senpai, you said that you were called here by Tona. Did something happen? Yes, I ran into Tona-kun during break. I wasn't hurt, but Tona-kun was his head. And you came to see him because you were worried? Yes, that's about right. Senpai's voice is brisk and pleasant to listen to. Since listening is more interesting than talking, I keep quiet. That's when Arihiko directs the conversation towards me. What's wrong, Tona? Running with someone? Don't tell me your anemia is acting up again. Arihiko's voice betrays his deep concern about my health. No, it's not that. I was running to the office to deal with some details for me moving. That's when I ran into Senpai. Really? Well, I guess your carelessness was at fault. Arihiko folds his arms and nods in agreement to himself. Tona-kun, are you changing schools? Senpai suddenly outbursts and almost hysterically. Really, why does she think I'm changing schools just because of that? I'm not changing schools, Senpai. I'm just changing my place of residence, so I filled out the paperwork for a change of address. So that means you're gonna be living alone? No, I'm just going back to my real home. That fancy place on top of the hill. I still can't quite believe it yet. Oh, could that possibly be the Tono-san mansion? Mansion? Senpai asks with some hesitation. The western-style house on the top of the hill is probably seen as something special to the residents of the town. I haven't been there for 8 years, but even in my memories, the Tono mansion was ridiculously large. Yeah, that's right. I don't think it's the right place for me either, but it's too late now that I'm done moving. You don't seem too happy about it. It's not a particularly good or bad thing. I don't really understand it myself. Well, even if it's your house, it's been 8 years, right? You can understand if you're feeling restless. It'll probably feel more like someone else's house for a while. I wonder if that's so. I haven't gone back yet, so I don't know. Well, I'm a bit relaxed since I've always got a refuge at your place. Listen, you. I'm not impressed with how you come to stay at my house every time something bad happens. I like your personality trait of not standing out, but I've hated how you're always too reserved for a long time now. Arihiko strikes the table with a bang again. Well, everything Arihiko said is true, so there's no way to fight back. Inui-kun, does Tona-kun really stay at your house like that often? Yeah, he does. That damn Tona is too reserved towards his parents, and he would come to my place every long vacation. He's reserved towards them because they're taking care of him. That's why he comes over to my place, where we conventionally have an empty room. Conveniently, sorry. Since he looks pretty decent, my sister took a liking to him. He shamelessly comes to stay without us paying his rent. Arihiko's fist trembles as if to say unforgivable. Taking care of Tona-kun. Arihiko clamps a hand over his mouth. Sorry, I should have thought before I spoke. It's okay. You didn't say anything wrong. I continued at my bread without looking at Arihiko. Really? Yeah, you're right. You complain about that, you'll be in some punishment. Arihiko nods to himself in agreement. His overwhelming optimism is something I am truly envious of. My Tuna-kun, did you not get along with your previous family? No, that's not it. This guy has no problem with the Arimas. The Arimas were the family who took care of him. The Arimas were the family who took care of him. They're really nice people, and from what I can see, they're a happy family. Even so, he refused to be their adopted child, and he escaped to my place every vacation. Just what were you not satisfied with, anyways? There's nothing I wasn't satisfied with. That I've received so much from them already, I don't want to be a further burden on them. I turn away, and all of a sudden, I realize Yumizuka's close by. Her eyes look like she wants to say something, but it seems like she can't bring herself to intrude. What's wrong, Yumizuka-san? I leave Arihiko and Senpai to call out to Yumizuka. I have something to talk to you about. It's not a good time. Sure, can we talk here? Yumizuka's eyes flicker towards Arihiko. It seems Yumizuka isn't good at dealing with Arihiko. Is it alright if we discuss this in the hallway? I don't mind. I'm leaving for a while, Arihiko. Leaving Arihiko and Senpai, I exit with Yumizuka in the hallway. So what is it that you wanted to ask me? I'm sorry if I'm wrong about this, but have you been walking around at night in the business district lately? Huh? Business district? I rarely go there even in the daytime, let alone at night. My question is so entirely off that I became interested instead. At night, you say? Around what time? From what I've heard, past midnight, and that rules it out completely. I occasionally go out to the business district at night to buy something, but I've never been out into the city that late before. It's definitely not me. My household is old-fashioned, so they got a curfew at 7. You can't get in after, even if you cry. So I don't want to have to camp outside. I try to my death to get home before 7. I'm upfront in denying Yumizuka's question. She smiles happily. Yeah, I know. The Arama family is also the head of a style of tea ceremony. That's right. Must be really strict for you, Tona-kun. Not so much as strict as they'd like to tease me, huh? Yumizuka-san, you seem to know quite a bit. Are you a student of it? No, I don't really know that much about tea ceremony. I have a friend who goes there, and she told me it's really strict. Oh, but Yumizuka-san, how'd you know I lived at the Arimas? I haven't even told anyone about our high school. You've forgotten that we went to the same middle school together, haven't you? Yumizuka giggles as she speaks. We went to the same middle school? I can't remember, so I can't say anything, but if that's true, then it wouldn't be odd if she knew I was interested in the Arimas. Yumizuka-san, maybe, It's okay, as long as it's not you, Tona-kun. Sorry interrupting your lunch. Interrupting my words, Yumizuka-san goes back into the classroom after saying this. Yo. Is your conversation over? Yeah, seems like she just got the wrong person. Hey, Arihiko. Yeah, Yumizuka went to her middle school. Same more, she was our classmate during our second and third year. And I'm the second year of high school, making for 3 years in total. Huh? As if he knew my question, he answers. How did you know I was gonna ask? There's that look on your face, but damn, I thought you were just ignoring her, but you actually didn't even notice her. She's really persistent, or maybe she's just eccentric. She's had to suffer a lot. Arihiko makes a difficult face and shrugs. I knew it. She's Tona-kun's girlfriend, right? What are you saying, senpai? There's no way that could be. I've never even had a proper conversation with her. No, there's no use in hiding it. You two look like you get along very well. I'm a little jealous. What's making her so happy? Senpai looks at me with an excited expression. Senpai, Arihiko, you say something that's a confused person here, too. About what? I don't know what you and Yumizuka are up to. All I know is that you two are having a merry conversation this morning. Yeah, secret meeting at school in the morning. How bold of you, Tona-kun. Senpai is getting more and more worked up in an incomprehensible way. Well, whatever. After all, it doesn't matter to me if Senpai misunderstands. But you mustn't be so blunt, Tona-kun. Yumizuka-san looks kind of sad, doesn't she? You've got to give her more of your attention. Senpai, lunch is gonna end soon. Yes. See you later, Tena-kun. Enui-kun. Inui? And Enui? And probably Enui. Smiling, Senpai leaves her classroom. I feel a little exhausted. Fuck my chest. Sorry. Oh my god, give me a second. uh, Maybe I need to speak a little less breathy. I don't know exactly what it is. But it's, a bit troubling. I don't know. Don't go after Yumizuka. Ariko mumbles this with a stern face. Don't go after? Why? Listen, about Yumizuka's better appearance, she's really shy and single-minded. She's not compatible at all with somebody who's absent-minded like you. That kind of girl is dangerous to get involved with. Ariko goes back to his own seat. What is he talking about? It's not like I'm thinking of doing anything with Yumizuka-san. I mutter to no one in particular and sit down in my own seat. The last class of the day ends. I don't feel like going to the mansion right away, so I just blankly stare out of the window looking at the school grounds. The classroom is dyed orange by the sunset. It's like red watercolor paint. It hurts my eyes. I don't like red. It feels like it soaks up the deep in the back. Feels like it soaks deep in the It feels like it soaks deep in the back of my eyes, and I want to throw up. It seems like I am weak against things that resemble blood. No, I should say that I am weak against blood itself. 8 years ago, I had a near-death experience. I was in an accident where I was injured in the chest, and I teetered between life and death for days. I should have died instantly, but miraculously I survived. Maybe it's because of great medical treatment. However, the injury is so severe that I don't even remember the accident. 8 years ago, when I was a child, I felt a thud pass right through the middle of my chest, and I passed out. When I woke up and I was in a hospital bed, all I could remember afterwards was the pain and the cold. I don't remember much of the accident, but even today the scar on my chest remains. I guess numerous fragments of glass pierced my chest, leaving burn-like scars there and in on my back. Actually, I was quite surprised at being saved. Ever since then, I frequently collapsed from anemia-like dizziness, and because of a lot of trouble for others. Maybe that's why my old man believed I was unfit to be heir to the Tono household and trusted me to our relatives. And in my chest, huh? The huge scar in the middle of my chest, hidden from view by my uniform. Now that I think about it, that accident was when I started to see those lines. I am able to forget them, thanks to the glasses the sensei gave me, but I think I would have completely gone mad if I never met her. Keiko-san, the person who'd been my mother up until now, said when I left the Tono household that I wasn't normal. No problem, I'm not a normal person myself. Adjusting my crooked glasses, I pick up my bag. I can't stay in the classroom forever. Now then, I'll get a hold of myself and head back to the mansion. I don't have anything to do, so I hurry up and leave school. Come to think of it, I haven't left school by the main entrance since the entrance ceremony. I guess this'll be the way to school, the way to and from school from now on, since I live in the mansion. Leaving from the main gate, I came to the intersection that leads to the residential district. This is the point. This is the point at which the paths start. The paths to the city and the residential district. This is the point at which the paths to the city and the residential district, where the mansion is part. Oh, it's Tana-kun. Suddenly I run into Yumizuka. Hello, Yumizuka-san. It may have been because of CL-senpai's teasing, but I feel a little embarrassed. Yumizuka-san looks a bit at me, bewildered. Yumizuka-san, is there something on my face? I was wondering what you're doing here, Tana-kun. Isn't your house in the other direction? It was until yesterday. I've been living somewhere else starting today. From now on, I'll be living at the place on top of the hill. It's at the end of that residential district. So that's what you're talking about this morning. Yumizuka claps her fist and an open palm together in understanding. Well, all flattery aside, that gesture seems incredibly cute. That's right. I guess there is no point in hiding it from you since you already know. I'm leaving my guardians, the Arimas, and going back to a real house today. To my real house. A real house? The Tono-san mansion? Yeah, I don't think it suits me well either. I see. You're really, you're really a prince on top of the hill after all. It was a secret only Inui and I knew, but now I guess everyone's gonna find out. With a faint smile, Yumitsuka casts her gaze into the distance. She looks out at the horizon, looking at the Tona mansion off in the distance on the top of the hill. Will you be alright? Even if it is your house, you've been away for 8 years, right? Aren't you afraid or worried? Yeah, I'm actually kind of uneasy. I never liked that mansion to begin with, and now it's going to feel like someone else's house too, but still, can't leave a carrot. Excuse me. I can't lead a carefree life on my own and leave my sister Akia there all by herself. No matter how uneasy I am, I have to return to the mansion. In the end, it's still my home. I think it's only natural for me to go back. I see. Sorry for stopping you, Tonokun. You must be in a hurry, right? No, not really. I was just having a stroll on the way home. I see. For some reason, Yumizuka looks downcast and falls silent. What's wrong, Yumizuka-san? Are you feeling sick? I break the silence, but she continues to stare downwards without raising her head. I can't just leave her there, so I continue to stand there, looking at her. And then... yeah, what is it? I'm going home along the same way as you until we reach the hill. Really? Then let's go together for part of the way. Yumizuka's eyes widen and she stands there stiffly for a moment. Yeah, you're right. We're going back the same way, so it would be strange for us to go together for part of the way, right? She says this all with an excessively cheerful voice and stands right beside me. Just the right time, too. I'm not too familiar with the streets around here, so would you mind guiding me? Sure. Well then, let's go down this street. The back street that leads all the way to the street on the hill. I walk home while chatting with Yumizuka. Talking to Yumizuka isn't anything particularly special, but it is enjoyable in a peaceful kind of way. Actually, what Ariko said, Yumizuka Satsuki has a gentle air about her, and I feel safe being around her. We are talking. Yumizuka suddenly laughs as if she had remembered something. What is it all of a sudden? Did I say something funny? No, that's not it. It's just starting tomorrow. I'll be taking the same route to school as you. She laughs, looking truly happy. That honest, smiling face enough to make me happy as I watch her. I didn't realize up until now, putting her looks and mannerisms aside, Yumizuka Satsuki is kind of cute. I am slowly beginning to understand why the boys in our class have been so worked up over her for so long now. Our conversation ceases. I'm simply fascinated by Yumizuka's smile, and the two of us fall silent. Without saying anything, we walk towards the residential district in the sunset. Suddenly... Hey, do you remember what happened during the winter vacation of our second year of middle school? Yumizuka murmurs. I tilt my head to one side. The winter vacation of the second year of middle school is when I had applied to stay for extra lessons at school because I felt bad about staying at the Arimas. I remember it well enough, but I still don't understand why she asked me about it. Just as I thought. Someone like Tonokun would have never remembered. Disappointed, Yumizuka's shoulders drop. There were 2 sports sheds at our middle school, remember? One was a new shed used by big clubs, and the other was an old one used by smaller clubs like badminton. The old shed had a certain problem where the alignment of the door was bad, so there were often times where it wouldn't open. Old shed. That little concrete building at the back of the gymnasium? That shed. The one which they stopped using after some students got trapped inside. Yes, that's the one. The students were second years from the badminton club. Yeah, something like that did happen. It was early in the new year, on a cold winter's day. The first 3 days of the new year had passed. I'd applied for extra lessons and requested to stay behind the school and help out because I felt bad about staying at the Arimas. But even then, that was only until 5 in the evening. It had become dark and I was forced out of the classroom as all the teachers were going home. Middle of winter, even if it was only 5, the surroundings had really darkened. The weather report had predicted snow for that day, and the cold was extra harsh. And so, when I decided to head straight home for the day, I heard a banging sound from the old shed and I went to check things out. Is anyone in there? I asked, and I heard the voices of several female students in reply from inside the shed. They had been trapped there. They had been trapped in there for 2 hours. While packing up the club equipment, they had closed the door because of the cold. Now it wouldn't open again. They couldn't open the door no matter what and wouldn't call one of the teachers for help. The teachers had all gone home. Even if I were to call them now on the phone, it'd take at least another hour. The cold in that day was truly terrible. The kind of cold that should have prompted snow. I thought it would be cool to leave the girls stuck in the shed wearing only their PE uniforms for another hour. After some hesitation, confirming that no one else was around, I took off my glasses and cut the line on the shed door. The door opened, and about 5 female students, eyes red from crying, poured out. Come to think of it, there was something like that. But I'm surprised you know about it. The captain of the Trap Badminton Club told me. This has to do with the club's survival, so don't tell anyone else. It was almost like she was threatening me. Oh, Tona-kun, you had no interest in knowing who was trapped inside there, did you? Listen, I was one of those badminton club members. Imizuka sounds like she's pouting. So in other words, I still remember it well. When I think about it now, it was only being trapped inside a shed, but at the time it was cold and dark, and I was really worried. Everyone thought we were gonna freeze to death like that. My stomach was growling from hunger, too. I was just about to collapse. That must have been rough. Can't really empathize with her, so I give a half-hearted response. Unconcerted, Yumizuka continues her recollections, bringing up old events anew. Just when everyone was trembling, I came along and asked, is anyone in there? In your usual unexcited voice. And then the captain got angry and shouted, can't you tell just by looking? Do you remember? Yeah, I remember. There's a loud bang when she threw a bat at the door. I was really surprised. That's right, Yumizuka says, laughing. But when we heard that the teachers had all gone home, we all lost hope. We couldn't stand being there for a minute longer, yet we had to face the prospect of being trapped there until the next day. Just when we were thinking about how miserable the world was, you knocked on the door and said, I might be able to open the door if you can keep it a secret. Yeah, and then I heard another bang, and someone said, if it opened that easily, we wouldn't be suffering in here. She was really angry. Yeah, the captain felt responsible for us getting trapped, so she didn't have much patience to spare. But soon after that, the door opened. Everyone was happy that the captain's knocking with the bat must have worked and ran inside. But I was watching you aimlessly stand by the door. Mizuka looks at me warmly, but that only troubles me. To me, it means nothing, so I can't really appreciate her gratitude. I was crying really hard at that time. My eyes just felt like they were swelling up, and they looked terrible. What do you think you said when you saw me like that? I don't know. What did I say? I really don't remember, so I asked as if it was something someone else had done. This Mizuka looks at me happily. You put your hand on my head and said, hurry and go home and eat some ozuni. I was a little embarrassed because I was trembling so much from the cold. I knit my brows. I don't know what I meant back then. I think you meant for me to warm up my body by having some ozoni. I see. It was right after New Year's, after all. That does sound like the stupid kind of thing I would say. Now that it's put to me like this, I regret not having picked up something better to say. Back then, I thought there are plenty of reliable people at school, but if I ever really need to be saved, it will be someone like Tona-kun who saves me. Exaggerating. Look, if it's how a baby chick thinks it's the first human it meets its mother. Look, it's like how a baby chick thinks the first human it meets is its mother. I just happened to help you. That's not true. Ever since then, I really believed you'd come to help me, no matter what the problem was. Your expression was quite resolute. You're giving me too much credit, Yumizuka-san. I'm not that reliable of a person. It's alright. It's what I believe, so let me keep believing it. She pronounces this while staring straight at me, and I'm too embarrassed to offer a rebuttal. Well, I guess you can believe me if you want. Isn't that right? So if I'm ever in a pinch, you'll come and help me. Right? Yumizuka asked me, smiling. To be honest, that'd be kind of troubling. Despite what she thinks, I'm not the sort of guy who can do everything. I'm not. But when she faces me with that smile, I don't want to destroy that. I don't want to destroy that faith that she has in me. Yeah, it's within my power. I'll help you. Yep. Thank you, Tona-kun. I know it's a bit late to say this, but I was really happy because of what you said to me back then. Mm, 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 mm. I've always wanted to talk to you like this, Tona-kun. Somewhere in her voice, the hint of wistfulness. Perhaps it was because of the red light from the sunset, but somehow Yumizuka looks lonely. What do you mean? You can talk to me any time. No, I can't. Enri-kun's always around you, and besides, I can't become someone like you, Tona-kun. That reserved answer, Yumizuka draws away from me. Well, my house is this way, so I'll see you at school tomorrow. Bye-bye. Smiling, Yumisuko waves her hand and begins walking down another street. I walk along a different path than the one I usually take. Passing through unfamiliar streets, I slowly approach the Tono mansion. The surroundings are not completely unfamiliar. After all, I had lived here until I was 9 years old, 8 years ago. This is not the first time I had taken this path back to the mansion. My feelings are a little complex. The path home is a little nostalgic. Feelings are a little complex. The path home is nostalgic, yet fresh. Up until now, I had not looked forward to returning to the Tono household. Now it doesn't seem too bad. The house I had lived in until I was 9 years old. Right now, my sister Aki is in the utterly un-Japanese Western-style mansion. Tono Makihisa, my old man who hated me and the master of the Tono household, died a few days ago. My mother died from illness after Aki was born, so the Tonos had dwindled down to me and my sister. Being the eldest son, you would think I would stand to become the Tono heir, but I have no such privilege. Becoming the Tono heir means being bound by a strict upbringing. I have lost count of the number of times my father had scolded me over my dislike of not being able to live freely. That was when I got involved in that accident, and my body became weakened. My father saw it as a good opportunity to get rid of me. His reasoning was something along the lines of someone who could die at any moment can't become their heir, even if he is the eldest son. Sadly for my father, I betrayed his expectations by making recovery, but my sister Akia was already deemed to be the heir of the Tono household. And so I've heard that Akia is already being raised harshly in order to become a proper daughter of the Tono household, so even harsher upbringing since then. That was a long time ago. I played together with Aki in the mansion back before the accident. After that, I never saw her again. Apparently, Akia tried to visit me a few times when I was first interested in the Arimas. Unfortunately, we're never able to meet because I had to go to the hospital every day. Completely lost contact after Akia went to boarding school. Unlike Akiha, I am isolated from the main family. That's why I can live freely like this. My high school is just an average high school, and our chances of contact was pretty much zero. My old man died, and I received word telling me to come back. To be blunt, I had no intention whatsoever of returning to the Tono household. But Aki is at that house. When we were children, Aki was an obedient child, always looking frightened, as if she were constantly enduring something. She would always follow close behind, her footsteps pattering behind me. She was frail, and her long black hair and fancy Western clothes made her resemble a French doll. I am worried about her living all alone in that big mansion with the old man gone. But more than anything, I feel guilty. After pushing all the Tono family responsibilities on her and selfishly living a free life by myself. Perhaps my acceptance to return to the mansion is like my apology to Akiha. The Tono mansion is unnecessarily big. Surrounded by iron railings. It says the entire lot is abnormally expensive. Being so large that the whole elementary school could fit inside. The garden, surrounded by trees, is more like a forest. The mansion is at the heart of that forest, and there are a few other buildings separated from it. I didn't think anything of it when I was a child, but now that I have lived in an ordinary household for 8 years, the excessive size feels almost criminal. The gates aren't locked. I push them open and head towards the mansion doors. They tower oppressively, bearing down on any visitors. Beside the iron double doors is an unmatching doorbell. Alright. Shaking off my nervousness, I press it. There's an affectionate ding-dong chime from the doorbell. The oppressive silence continues for a few seconds. Then the pattering of footsteps behind the door indicates someone's presence. We have been waiting for you. The door opens with a creak. Inside lay the lobby I remember, and a young girl in an apron. Thank goodness. You were so late that I was beginning to worry that you had gotten lost. If you hadn't arrived by sunset, I was thinking about going out to meet you if you hadn't arrived by sunset. The girl in the anachronistic apron smiles warmly. No, that's, I'm so taken aback by her outdated mode of dress, I can't even form a proper sentence. Perhaps by attributing my hesitance to distrust, the girl tilts her head a little. You're Suki-sama, aren't you? Yeah, but you don't have to call me Sama. You are, right? Oh, please don't scare me like that. I was beginning to think I had made another mistake back there. The girl's mannerisms are that like of a mother scolding her child. But in spite of that, there's a little smile on her face, and it doesn't break the warm feeling about her. She wears an apron over a kimono. She comes out to greet guests and addresses someone like me with sama. This must mean she is... are you one of the maids here by chance? The girl answers my question with nothing but a smile. Come, you must be tired. Please do come in. Akiya-sama is waiting for you in the sitting room. Returning back as if she had just remembered something, she makes a bow, a full smile on her face. Guided by the girl, I head into the sitting room. It's as if I'm seeing it for the first time. I don't know if I've forgotten about it in the last 8 years or they'd refurbished it since then. Either way, it feels like someone else's house now, and it's unsettling. As I'm looking around the sitting room, the maid in the apron draws her head in a quick bow. I've brought Tsukihime with me. Well done. You may return to the kitchen, Kohaku. Thank you. Seems that maid's name is Kohaku. Kohaku-san gives me a small bow as if to say farewell and leaves the sitting room. This leaves me and 2 girls I don't recognize. It has been a long time, Nissan, says the girl with long black hair and sharp eyes. All my thought processes stop at once. My mind goes blank, and I can't think of any words of greeting. All I can do is nod with a yeah. I don't think it can be helped. This Aki that I had not seen in 8 years is not the Aki I remember. It's completely transformed into a proper young lady of a noble family. Nissan, the black-haired girl tilts her head slightly. Pathetically, all I can say are dumb-sounding things. My mind is turning in somersaults as I try to recognize the girl before me as Akiha. It seems like Aki already recognizes me as her brother. You don't look well. Would you like to rest before we talk? Akiha throws a sharp glance in my direction. Is it just my imagination that she looks like she's in a bad mood? No, I'm alright. I was just surprised at how much you've changed, Akiha. People do change over the course of 8 years, Nissan. We are at an age of change. Or did you think that we would remain as we were forever? What is this? I can feel the thorns in Aki's words. No, you've definitely changed, Akiha. You've become more beautiful than before. That isn't flattery. It's really how I feel. And, indeed. But you, on the other hand, have not changed much at all. Akiha answers coldly, her eyes closed. Well, I came prepared for something like this, and as I thought. Seems Aki does not think well of me. If you're feeling well, let us finish our conversation. You have yet to hear the details about why you were called back here, Nissan? I've heard nothing more than a sudden come back to the mansion, though I found out the old man passed away in the papers. The head of a major company dies, definitely makes in the financial papers. Word of Tono Makiusa's death record reached his son, Tono Shiki, via the newspaper after the funeral. Even though his relatives haven't told him, this disinherited son could pick up the newspaper his father's death merely by buying a 100 yen newspaper. It may be cynical of me to say so, but the world certainly has become a convenient place. I am sorry. It was my fault that you did not get the news about father. Akiya quietly lowers her head. It's alright. Either way, it's not like he would come back from the dead if I went. That's something you should be worried about. I am sorry. It is somewhat comforting to hear you say that. Akiya's face is serious, but this is not a topic I care much about. A funeral is a ceremony for those who cannot let go of their feelings for the deceased to achieve such a detachment. Who cut off such feelings a long time ago. There is no need. Calling you back here was my idea. It would be odd for the eldest son of the Tonas to be entrusted to the Arimas forever. Now that father has passed away, the only Tonas by blood are you and I, Nissan. I don't know what father was thinking when he entrusted you to the Arimas, but he's no longer with us, so there's no longer any need for you to live with them. That is why I had you come back here. It's all well and good, but I'm surprised you were able to get our relatives to agree to this. Wasn't it they who come up with the idea of leaving me in the Arimas with the Arimas in the first place? That may be so, but I am head of the Tono family. I declined every one of the proposals from our relatives. I would like you to continue living here in Isan, but this is a place with rules. You'll avoid living the overly casual lifestyle you've been leading up until now. I'm afraid that isn't going to happen, Akiha. There's no way I can go back to being some well-mannered gentleman now. Not that I want to. I will not ask more of you, but do try to. Are you trying to say that you are unable to do what I already have? Aki shoots me a cold look. Feels like she's hitting me with her grudge against me for leaving her here for the last 8 years. Alright, I get it. I'll try my best. Aki just stares at me as if she doesn't quite believe me. Not need to try, as long as you get results. Her pose is dignified, her words merciless. Let's get back to the topic. Right now, you and I are the only ones living here. I do not care for having too many people around, so I cleared everyone out. Hold on a second, Akiha. Cleared everyone out? You wouldn't want to run into one of our relatives in the mansion, would you, Nisan? I have put off most of the servants, but there are enough for you and I, so there are no problems, no problems. You're going to get attacked at our family meeting if you do something like that. Oh, please be quiet. Rather than having the mansion overflowing with people, wouldn't you feel more relaxed with just the two of us here? Well, it's true I would feel more relaxed, but you've only just become the head of the family, Akia. You go around abusing your powers like that, like some kind of dictator. Our relatives are not going to keep quiet. Even the old man didn't go against their opinions. Indeed, that's why Father entrusted you to the Arimas. I, on the other hand, have despised them ever since I was a child. I'm not going to put up with their whining any longer. I'll put up with their... Look, Akia... Enough. Just listen. You don't have to worry about me. Please, just worry about your own life from now on, Nisan. I can see it's going to be different from you in many ways. Akia says sullenly, looking away a little. Now then, if there's anything you don't understand, ask her, Hisui. She looks at the girl standing by her side. The girl called Hisui bows expressionlessly. This is Hisui. She'll be your personal maid from now on. Is that acceptable? Hold on, personal maid? You mean, in other words, she's your servant. Aki declares as if it were obvious. I can't believe it. Fitting with the western style of the house, the girl in the maid outfit stands there as if it were natural to do so. Hold on, I'm not a kid, you know. I don't need a servant. I can take care of myself. Will that include the cooking and the laundry? Ugh. Aki is pretty sharp at pointing these things out. At any rate, now that you've returned to this house, you obey my directions. I don't know how you lived at the Arima house, but you're living at the Tono house now. Please accept everything given to you. Ugh. I can't say anything, and my eyes adrift towards Hisui. As expected, she simply looks back at me expressionlessly like a doll. Well then, Hisui, please show Nisan to his room. Yes, my lady. Hisui approaches me with a shadow-like lack of presence. I will guide you to your room, Shiki-sama. Hisui heads down towards the lobby. Sighing, I head towards the lobby as well. We enter the lobby. This mansion is split into east and west wings, with the lobby in the middle. The lobby is like the body of a bird, whose wings and the halls are extending diagonally to the east and west. Each wing is about the size of a small hospital. I remember the house is constructed symmetrically, but the east and the west wings have the same floor plan. Your room is this way, Shiki-sama. Hisui climbs a flight of stairs. It seems like my room is on the second floor. Come to think of it, the servants' room should probably be on the first floor of the west wing, so that's probably where Hisui and Kohaku-san's rooms are. Outside, the sun is already set. The girl in the maid uniform walks down the long, dimly lit hallway without a word. Feels like a wonderland. Without thinking, I let my words slip out. Did you say something, Shiki-sama? Hisui stops and looks back at me. No, I'm just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. After staring at me, Hisui bows and starts walking again. I guess is what they call being at a loss for words. The room Asui led us to is not one made for mere high school students to live in. Is this my room? Yes, if you're displeased with it, I can arrange a different one for you. No, there's no way I could just be displeased with it. It's a little... No, it's really too fancy for me. Shiki-sama, it's fine. I'll gladly use this room. Yes, this room has not been touched since 8 years ago, so I do not believe you'll find anything unsatisfactory with it. There's something a little odd about the way Sui said that. It's as if she was implying this one's my room. Hey, is by any chance my old room? That is what I have been told. Am I mistaken? Sui inclines her head to the side slightly. I feel relieved. It seems this girl can express her emotion after all. Well, it might be now that you mention it. I do remember it faintly, so it must be so. I can't feel any sense of familiarity about this place at all, but I guess that's what it's like after you leave a place for 8 years. Can't get settled here, though. I was living in a 6.5 mat-sized room until this morning. I'm staying in some high-class hotel. I understand how you feel, but please try to get used to it. From today onwards, you're the eldest son of the Tono household, Shiki-sama. You're right. I've got to do my best, so I at least look like it on the outside. With a thump, I dropped my bag on the table and stretched my back. I've been feeling a little stressed out with everything that's happened so far, but I guess I've got no choice but to adjust from today onwards. Shiki-sama, all of your luggage has been brought here. Is there anything more you require? No, not really. Why do you ask? There was very little delivered. If there's anything you need, I can have it prepared, so please do not hesitate to ask. I see. No, I don't need anything more for now. I don't have much luggage to begin with. My luggage is just this bag, these glasses, and the textbooks in my bag, and that white ribbon with the unidentified owner. That's all. Anyways, you don't have to worry about the luggage. This fancy room is more than enough for me. I understand. Well, then I shall come to call you in an hour's time. An hour? For dinner, you mean? Yes, please relax until then. As expected, Hisui says everything with an expressionless face. But even if she tells me to relax, just how am I supposed to do that here? The clock says it's 6 o'clock. Usually I'd be watching TV sitting room around this time, but I'm having serious doubts as to whether there's any such thing in this mansion. Hisui, I know it's kind of a trivial thing to ask about, but is there a television in this mansion? Television? Sui's eyes narrow slightly. I know I'm the one who asked, but it really is a stupid question. I feel like there's something wrong with asking about the presence of a TV in a luxurious mansion like this. She makes a troubled face and stares off into space. There is no television in the sitting room. Some of the visitors did make use of the one, but when they departed, they packed up with their luggage and took it back with them. So I do not believe there are any remaining. Hold on. Visitors? Like who? For how long? Relatives, the eldest son of the Kugamine-sama, from a branch of the family, Tozaki-sama's third daughter from her fiancé, and Kishimi-sama's eldest son came here to stay for close to 3 years. 3 years, huh? Sui, that's what you called freeloaders, not visitors. Sui does not reply. No matter what kind of people these freeloaders were, it seems that servants can't say anything bad about them. Well, at any rate, it seems like these relatives have taken back their own luggage with them. My old man hated the products of modern culture, thinking them all vulgar. There's no way he'd ever watch a TV. Aki had been educated by him for the last 8 years would probably be the same. It's not like I'll die without one. Sui is silent. Like a perfect example for servants, Sui says nothing unless she is asked a direct question. This is, of course, kind of depressing for me. I want to make that expressionless fake break into a smile somehow, but it seems it's impossible. That's just any old half-hearted effort. Oh, there was a library on the first floor of the West Wing, wasn't there? Maybe I'll go ahead and read something when I have the free time. Sui does not reply. She just stands there in the doorway. I can't even tell where she's looking. Sui doesn't say a word. Suddenly she looks straight at me. I believe there is one in Nissan's room. Huh? I have no idea what she's talking about. There is one of what? A television. I remember seeing one in Nissan's room. Sui says, as if remembering something from many years ago. Hold on. Nissan? Don't tell me you're talking about Kohaku-san. Yes, right now the only people working this mansion are Nissan and I. Now that she mentions it, they do look alike. I just couldn't connect them as sisters because Kaguya-san is always smiling so warmly and Usui's always so expressionless. I see. Kaguya-san does not look like the type of person who watches variety shows. But I balk at going to Kaguya-san's room to tell her, "Let me watch your TV." Sorry, just forget I ever asked. After all, I'll be living here from now on, so I've got to follow the rules of the mansion. God knows what sort of cynical comment I'd be in for from Agiha if I started watching television. It seems I'll be leaving a scholarly student life fit for a member of the Tona family from now on. Alright, I'll be in my room till dinner, so just come and call me when it's time. You've got other things to do, don't you, Usui? Usui nods in assent and turns around. Silently opening the door, she leaves the room. Dinner takes place with Aki and I being face to face. I guess it's natural here, as Hisui and Kohaku-san do not eat with us, standing behind us to tend to our needs. I thought it would be natural if all four of us ate together, so you could say that I am caught off guard by this inexplicably tense dinner. I should mention at this point that I've totally forgotten everything related to table manners by now. Well, I do remember little pieces, so it's not like I'm a complete amateur, but humans tend to pack away their unused memories in the corner of the mind. The tension was actually quite thrilling, with every one of my moments causing Aki to raise causing Aki to raise an eyebrow. When I think about how I'll have to go through this every day, though, it's really depressing. Finishing dinner, I return to my room. It's still only just past 8 at night. It's too early to sleep, so what should I do? I should go into the sitting room and talk with Akiha. When I get to the sitting room, Aki is relaxing there alone. There's no sign of Kahaku-san or Usui. There are two key teacups on the table, and Aki is using one of them. Oh? Do you drink tea after meals too, Nissan? No, nothing like that. I just thought I'd come to talk to you. My expression tells her, I'll go away if I'm bothering you. Then please, sit down. Is tea alright for you? Sure, I'll have anything that's nice. I actually prefer Japanese tea, but I'll keep the bit of selfishness to myself. Aki takes the teapot and pours transparent red tea into another teacup. Thank you. I sit on the sofa and raise the teacup to my mouth. Before my eyes is the cool and collected Akiha. Makes me a bit uneasy. I came to talk to her, but to be honest, I really don't know what to say now that she's in front of me. Didn't you come to talk to me? Akiha stares. The atmosphere is not that so much of a younger sister, but more like that of an unfamiliar young lady. It's not one in which I can speak freely. Well, I was just wondering, what have you been doing these past 8 years? Goes without saying, with Nissan not around, Father's attention turns solely to me, like he glares in complaint. It seems that the last 8 years are a taboo subject. And what about you? What have you been doing for 8 years? Sent many letters, but didn't receive a single reply. Ugh. I choke involuntarily. Certainly Akio sent me many letters, but I never replied. I was a poor correspondent. At the bottom of my heart, I wanted to sever all links with the Tona mansion, made me reluctant to write to Akiha. Well, don't worry about the letters. Even if you had answered, I'm sure Father would have never allowed the replies into the house. More importantly, how do you feel returning to the mansion for the first time in 8 years? Changed very little, though there was some restoration work done. Despite Aki's words, this mansion feels completely unknown to me. 8 years ago, I was a child, even if I remember mentioning them a little. Even if I remember the mansion a little, I feel like I'm in someone else's house, and it's very unsettling. Nissan? No, I was just lost in thought for a moment. You say this mansion's changed very little, but it's pretty unsettling for me. The sitting room and the lobby are kind of familiar. I can't really remember the corridor, nor my room. Really. I guess 8 years is a long time. I guess that's it. It's like my life so far. It's like half my life so far. I can't really expect to have clear memories. Well, it's been 8 years, so it doesn't feel right. But I think I'll get used to it. I'll be thankful if you overlook my poor manners for a while. Please don't be ridiculous. I can hardly look any more leniently upon me. Sounds better than I do already. It's close. I almost sprayed the tea I was drinking. At supper, Akia's look sent me into a cold sweat after all I did was use the wrong knife. I see. You're being lenient back then. Yes, I am making concessions appropriate to your abilities. Nissan has been brought up by the Arimas after all. As Aunt Keiko comes from a branch of the family, a certain amount of laissez-faire was permitted. Let me look that term up, actually. Sorry to... Laissez-faire. 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 Policy or attitude of letting things take their own course without interfering. Okay. Policy or attitude of letting things take their own course. Permitted. You were spoiled, Nissan. The result is the supper we had a while ago. Well, it can't be helped, can it? We never really thought I'd be returning here. Is that so? You almost sound like you didn't want to return, Nissan. Don't be stupid, it's not like that. I may have had my doubts, but I couldn't leave you alone, could I? What kind of brother would I be then? Yes, that's the reason I returned. If it weren't for Aki, I never would have returned. So I heard nothing for almost 8 years. I always wondered whether you were alright on your own. I came back to the mansion because I was worried about you. Looking a little off to the side, I put my more honest feelings into words. Well then but I guess I was just worrying over nothing. Past 8 years, you seem to have grown strong. I'm relieved, but I'm a little disappointed. No, bit is a little too little. Since I only had the image of the calm Akia back when she was small, the sharp Akia right now seems like a different person. Really, I'm sorry I didn't meet Nissan's expectations. Akia's eyes are scary. Crap, I think I may have said too much again. Well then, Nissan, how is life at the Arima residence? Akia asks, still with a frightening expression. I feel like I'm under terrible pressure, even though I'm the one talking to my younger sister. Nissan, did you hear what I said? I heard. Life at the Arimas, right? It was normal. There were no real problems. It seems it was more suited for me living there, too. That's not what I meant. How was your health? I heard you collapsed a lot from your chronic anemia. Yeah, I did for about a year after I left the hospital, but I'm okay now. I only have problems occasionally, about once a month. I'm certainly not frail enough to be worried about. Bluffing, I shook my chest with its scar. Akia nods in serious assent. But Nissan, you've also started wearing glasses. After going to the hospital, your eyesight failed too. I see. I don't know why I wear glasses or why I wear them. I can't explain the lines along which things break, or that they don't appear when I wear these glasses. Well, it's nothing. My eyes became a little strange after the accident, but it's not like my eyesight's gone bad, so it's not really a serious problem. Really, I was surprised when I saw you a while ago. I didn't know you'd started wearing glasses, Nissan. Really, you seemed pretty calm back then. Of course, I was meeting for the first time in 8 years. I couldn't let you see me acting strange. Akia's brow creases sullenly. Akia-sama, the bath is ready. What should I do? Really? Thank you, Kohaku. I'll go soon. So go ahead. Is that alright? After all, you're relaxing with Shiki-sama. Shiki-sama might run away, but the bath won't. Please relax a little longer. It's fine. We weren't talking about anything important anyways. Akia stands and walks past Kohaku into the lobby. Kohaku-san follows Akia. Left alone in the sitting room, I finish the tea. Aki and Kohaku-san seem to be heading towards the bath. So I guess I'll go back to my room. Hang on. Aki and Kohaku-san are going to take a bath together, are they? No, I bet they are. Then maybe Kohaku-san would be washing her back? Of course, with another girl, that's no problem, but... Well, you are free to imagine whatever you like, Nissan, but... He returns with amazing timing. Don't force Hisui to do stupid things. Unlike Kohaku, she doesn't really get jokes. Akia looks accusingly, as if she sees my thoughts. I'm surprised. Maybe this mansion has some listening devices. Wait, what are you doing back here? Were you taking a bath, Kage-san? I forgot to tell you something about the bath. Nissan, the large bathroom we used for a long time isn't used anymore. It'd be too much for Sui Kage to take care of, so it's been closed up. A large bathroom? Is there such a place? I sputter a bit. But remember, I make a doubtful face. Aki's brows knit terribly. The bath in the courtyard. You don't even remember that? Well, now she mentions it, I guess there was such a thing. But this is a European-style mansion. Isn't such a thing a little out of place? Father half like the Japanese style of architecture. That's why the detached building is Japanese style as well. Anyway, if you want to have a bath, please use your own. The second bathroom and the lobby is yours, Nisan. That Aki leaves. Alright, with Aki gone, there's no point in staying in the sitting room. Well, I'll have a bath too, and return to my room. When I return to my room, my bed has already been made. I guess Sui did while I was gone. I'm glad she did, but it's really more than I deserve. I scratched my cheek. Then, are you there, Shiki-sama? I can hear Sui's voice along with a knock at the door. Yeah, I'm here. Come in. Excuse me. Good evening. Thanks for making my bed, Sui. Sui quietly nods in acceptance. As I thought, I'm not used to this. Is there anything else that you want to tell me? No, nothing from me, but Aki-sama has instructed me to answer any questions you may have. I see. There are many things I want to ask, but I'll probably get to know them as I continue to live here. Yeah. What I want to know right now is before I sleep is it true that the curfew here is 7? Yes. The main gate is locked at 7, and all entrances to the mansion are locked at 8. There's also a rule that one must not try to go walking around in the mansion after 10. Not even walking around in the mansion? Well, I've got no complaint with that, but isn't that kind of harsh? Aki and I aren't children, so I don't think you have to go that far. Indeed. There's a rule, however, so abide by it. You're aware of the recent disturbances at night, are you, Shiki? Are you not, Shiki-sama? Yeah, that vampire thing Arihiko is talking about. Well, as long as something like that is happening, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. What else? Do you mind if I ask an off-topic question? Yes, what is it? I'd like to know what kind of work you and Kohaku-san do around here. I am here to serve your needs, and my sister Kohaku is to serve Lady Akiya-sama. In our spare time, we do maintenance chores around the mansion. Is there anything more you would like to know? To serve, so that's what it is after all. My shoulders suddenly feel heavier. It seemed completely natural to Akiya when she said it, but I'm looking at nothing more than a completely normal high school student. I have no interest in having a girl close to my age serving me, at least for now. By serving me, do you mean you're a personal servant? Yes. Please don't hesitate to give me any instructions. Well, I get it. Going by how Akiya was talking about you, it doesn't seem like I can dismiss you, so I'll obediently let you serve me. Anything in particular you would like? Nothing in particular, but would you stop calling me Shiki-sama? To be honest, I got chills on my back when I hear it. But Shiki-sama, you are my master. That's what I'm saying I hate. I've been living a normal life up until yesterday. I have no desire to start living a life for a girl my age that addresses me with Sama. I see you. Sui's response is less than enthusiastic. Just call me Shiki. In exchange, I'll call you Sui. Let's do it with the formalities and be more casual with each other. Still expressionless, Sui lowers her eyebrows as if she's being troubled. But you're my employer. It's not like I'm hiring you. You're the one doing the things I can't, so you're the great one. I see. Sui gives another enthusiastic reply. Looks like I won't be able to talk her into it in just one day. Anyhow, that's how it is. Please don't be so formal towards me. I'll be grateful if you tell that to your sister Kaku-san, too. Very well, as you say, Shiki-sama. Expressionless, Sui bows her head. She completely failed to understand. I will be leaving now. Please rest now for tonight. Bowing, Sui puts her hand on the doorknob. Oh, I forgot to ask something. Hold on for a second. Running towards the door, I put my hand on Sui's shoulder before she leaves. In an instant, Sui's arm pushes away my arm with incredible momentum. With a whack, she slaps my hand away and leaps back. It's so sudden, that's the only thing I can say. Sui is expressionless. But she glares at me fiercely. Did I do something wrong? I am very sorry. Sui's voice sounds very nervous. I am not used to being touched. Please forgive me. Sui's shoulders are faintly trembling. I feel like I did something really terrible. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize without thinking. I don't understand why myself. I just feel sorry for Sui and I lower my head. Sui says nothing. I get the feeling her stare is calm again. You have nothing to apologize for, Shiki-sama. I am the one to blame. No, well, maybe, but I scratch my head. Isui stares at me, pausing only to blink for a second. Um, what was it you wanted to ask me again, Shigi-sama? That's right. I stopped Isui because I wanted to ask her something. I wanted to ask about Akiha. Doesn't she go to boarding school? That was only during middle school, Shiki-sama. From this year onwards, Akiha-sama is special permission to attend school from home. Eh? You mean she goes to school from here? Yes, but it's uncommon for her to come home for a task like today. Akiha-sama has practice up until dinner, so she is always home for 7. Practice? Practice what? Today's Thursday, so she would have had violin practice. Usually she is able to return for dinners on weekdays. If you have anything to say, Akiha-sama, please let me on low. For dinner. After dinner. Isui bows to say goodbye and leaves the room. Violin practice? What on earth is that? She's not some upper-class lady or something. So why should I do something bother Sama's... Oh, wait, she is an upper-class lady. Yes, come to think of it, my sister Tonaaki is a born natural upper-class lady. In my memory, she was always the obedient, ever uneasy sister, constantly fun following me around. As a child, she was always quiet, never having the courage to express her own desires. She was a frail girl who would always live in fear of scolding her from her father. Yeah, people really do change after 8 years. After 8 years, I've become the me that I am now. Aki has become the person that she is right now, too. 8 years is a long time. It's half of our lives up until now. I was absent from this mansion during that vital period where a child becomes an adult. I'm sorry, Akiha. I think things would have been better if I had been with her during those 8 years. I unknowingly mumble an apology. Left by myself, I lie on my bed. This house from 8 years ago, my blood relative from 8 years ago, feels a little like they belong to someone else. I wonder what's going to happen to me now. Grumbling to no one in particular, I fall asleep. Oh woo! I hear the wave-like sound of something's voice. Oh woo! Something is howling. It's too sharp and high-pitched to be a stray dog. Oh woo! It echoes in my eardrums. Is it howling at the moon? Oh woo! This doesn't feel right. The beastly howling is beginning to give me a headache. Oh woo! It doesn't stop. Oh woo! Oh woo! Oh woo! Ah, just shut up already. I wake up. I hear the sound of a dog barking outside the window. The clock indicates it's just past 11. It's more than just a neighborhood nuisance. Damn, I can't sleep like this. The dog's howling comes from somewhere near the mansion's fence. It doesn't seem like I can go back to sleep at this rate. Even Agi and the others wouldn't be able to sleep with a racket like this. Since I'm the only man in the house, I guess I've got no choice to investigate. I think it's coming from the right side of the mansion. I open the curtains and check what's happening outside, and inside my room is a large tree, and the branches of the perched a blue crow. In the dark night, I can see nothing but black, and it's clear to me that the crow is blue. I've never seen or heard anything of a blue crow before. It glares at me. Feels like the eyes of the crow are glaring at me like soulless mechanical lenses. Caw! After a yawn-like cry, it noiselessly flies off. What was that? I can feel a faint chill on my back. The howling of the dog grows louder. A woo, a woo, a woo. And it's really starting to get on my nerves. Not only is it noisy, but hearing it causes my heart to start pounding. I have an almost instinctual distaste for it. Shut up! I change out of my pajamas into my uniform and leave the room. A woo. The howling echoes throughout the night. The sound is definitely coming from the right-hand side of the mansion. For some reason, my throat feels dry. The high walls stretch their way around the mansion. Clearing my throat, I head where the dogs must have gathered. I arrive at where the howling originates. Huh? Oh woo, the howling doesn't stop. There are no signs of any dogs. All there is a person. Under the light from the street that carves darkness part of the darkness stands a man in a dark coat. The howling is coming from right beside him, but there are no dogs to be seen anywhere. The man in the coat is pretty tall. He has a strong-built body and his back is facing me. My throat so dry, woo. The voice of the dog resounds in my ears. The night air coils itself around my skin. For no apparent reason, I have difficulty breathing as if I'm moving from the bottom of the sea. Caw! A cry overhead with a loud flapping of its wings. The blue crow lands on the man's shoulder. Then suddenly the crow vanishes. Could it be an illusion? It looked like the crow disappeared into his black coat. The man in the black coat turns around. Under the white streetlight, he is just like a shadow, a black lump. In the middle of that lump, only the weapon-like eyes shine out, burning with a fiery intelligence. Ah, I can't breathe, but fortunately those eyes seem like they're not even looking at me. Not here, after all. The man in the black coat leaves. When I can no longer see him, I am finally able to breathe properly again. I manage to take a few breaths. I realize now that the dog's howling has ceased. I return to my room. There's no sign of Akio or the others being awake. Guess I'm the only one who can stand the dog's howling. What's happening? My head still hurts. Huh? Why am I trembling? Looking down, my fingers are trembling. My entire body is shaking. My back feels very cold. It's almost like, yes, it's like someone ripped out my spine and replaced it with ice. I feel dizzy. Just the usual anemia. I get the feeling of falling towards the floor. On the way, I see something unpleasant. What? Even though I'm wearing my glasses, I can still see the lines. Ugh. I hadn't seen them for a long time, so my reaction is magnified. I feel sick. The dizziness from my anemia, I feel like I'm about to throw up. The contents of my stomach. Sorry, I can't speak for such long periods of time. I feel dizzy. Jeez. Ugh. What's going on? I don't understand. Only that as long as my eyes are open, scribbles fly everywhere across my vision. It's a bad dream. So imagine how I managed to collapse in the bed. Yes, I should sleep. It's the easiest way to deny what I'm seeing. My body doesn't feel as I want it to. All I should do is lie here and fall fast asleep like a corpse. Oh my, almost an hour and a half. I I can't feel my face. Ah, okay. There we go. I definitely need a break.